I had a friend the other day come into my polytunnel for having a look. He said to me, what the hell are these things? So that's what we're going to look at today. I said, they're tomahooks. Tomahawks? No, tomahooks. Now, I don't have a video of exactly how to use these yet, but there's another guy, I'll link his video down below. There's a great explanation of these. Basically, they're for holding up your tomato plants, for stringing them up in a way that you can move them along down the line in order to get more crop out of each plant. Today I'm going to show you how to make these and wrap them up. If you're watching this post the 2022 season, I will probably have a video up on how to use these and what they're used for exactly. But until then, that video will be down below from the other guy. You can buy these, but really for a bent piece of wire, they're quite expensive. I mean, depends how much time you have. If you have the time to make these, they're a lot cheaper than buying them. But if you don't, I guess it's a lot cheaper to buy them. They're not mad expensive, but they're a bit too expensive for me. So, I'm going to show you how to make them. Let's go. This stuff is called galvanized wire. Where I'm from, they call it bull wire because it's used for fencing in cattle. I don't know exactly what gauge it is, but you want something fairly thick and heavy. And then you take the template you've just made and you begin. So you thread it to start through the first two screws, bend it round to the middle, round to the outside corner, into the center screw, back out to the bottom, into the middle, the outside edge, and then to the last screw. And then you cut it here. I've been using a battery grinder, but you can use a snips or anything you like. And what you end up with is a piece like that. Now the next thing to do is to wrap it in twine like this. I've seen someone make a jig. I'll put the video down below as well. I don't bother using a jig. I find it hard to see how it'd be any quicker than doing it by hand. I do them by hand, and I'm putting in several hundred this year. But I'll put it down, the link down below as well, just in case it suits you a bit better. But for me, by hand is fine. So I'm using this jute twine. You want to get your measurement from the top down to the ground where your tomatoes are. Measure it out, make an extra about 3 foot on it for when you're moving your tomatoes. And then lay it out. Lay out, cut one string that length and lay it out on your bench. You can cut each one individually, chuk 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 chuk, by just laying it out on your bench if you want, but I've got a little faster method because, like I said, I have hundreds of these to do, so I need a little faster method, and I'm going to show you how that is set up right now. Once you have your measurement and you've laid out your string on your bench, what I like to do is I put a row of screws in this end at the top of the string and a row of screws in this end at the bottom of the string. And then I can take my twine, make a simple loop or a bite or a slip knot, whichever you want, so long as it's got a loop on the end. Put it over the first screw, and then I can run down to the bottom like this, hook it over the next screw, come back up, hook it over the next screw, go back down. Just like that. And then you can take your scissors and chop, 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 chop. Just like that. And the same the far end. And that quick, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 strings laid out. Now if you're doing more, even more than I am, you could do the whole bench. You could do, 30 or 40 strings in one go, almost as quick. And then to wind it on, again you do your simple loop on one end, take your Tomahook, slide it on there and start winding. just like that. Simple. Now I've got all my tomahawks made up, wound up, hung up. I'll show you how to string them up. You want to unravel enough to reach your tomato plant, just like that. And like you see, there's plenty left on there for when I move the string down the line to unwind. And next you just want to take your tomato plant, bring the string to your tomato plant, wind it round like that. And as the tomato plant grows and comes up the string, keep winding it every few days or whenever the growth spurts occur. And once your tomato plant gets up to about here, you can take off your tomahawk, unwind a couple of wraps and move the string down here a little bit, giving your tomato plant a little bit extra room to grow on an angle. Eventually you'll be at an almost 45-degree angle. You'll have much more room than you would have had if you just grew vertically, and consequently you'll have a lot more tomatoes. Alright guys, that's it from us at Jacob's Veg Box today. Hope to be sharing some more videos with some tips, and hopefully get some tips from you guys in the comments as well down below over the next few months as our growing season kicks off. Good luck and keep growing. What was the other thing I was going to say? Totally forget. Great.